Alright guys, this is in continuation of the video series that we made earlier regarding the custom JTAG programmer for AMD Xilinx FPGA. We've made part 5 which was flashing this pico, and we were exploring these two hardware. One is pico and one is FT2328. And yep, so let's jump in straight. So first of all, I've already hooked up the pico. I'm not going to touch with the JTAG pin right here on the board, and I've connected the USB cable over here. Yeah, so let me just let me close this. Actually, let me close this and start everything fresh. Let me close the whole terminal. Close. Alright, so in earlier videos we installed Vivado 2023 as a tutorial. I have 2024 and 2023. I'm going to launch this 2023. Yep, so first let's launch the Vivado. I'm going to source the settings, c4.sh file, and Vivado ampersand. Yep, so this is from the Vivado side, and we also have installed, we have cloned. Let's launch one of the project. So I was saying we have cloned the pico SDKs and the required XPC pico, and we're gonna go in here, open the terminal. We've already flashed this pi, so I'm gonna, if you want to learn how to flash, please have a look into this video. So I'm gonna let me alright, so slash x blind already address in use. Okay, is it because of recording? Yeah. Okay, so we have this process running. Most probably because of this, it's blocking. So I'm gonna kill -9. The process ID is this one right here. Okay. Yep, now it's listening. We are good with this. We have already launched the project as well. Now let's open the hardware manager. Let's open the target. Okay, let's click here and add. So you can find your own IP address by typing ifconfig. And yep, so even I have my FPGA detected. For quick demonstration, let me unplug one of the pin, which is TMS. Yep. Once I remove it, it's not detecting the FPGA, right? I'm gonna plug in back. Yeah, now I've plugged in, it's connected, and yeah, so I'm able to even read the so let's double click here, 5. Okay. Yep. So I'm able to monitor the temperature as well, and I was even exploring and looking into the pulse, the TCK, TMS, TDI, TDO pulse. Yep. So I was measuring the clock frequency of
This program.
this TCK clock frequency. It was around 15 megahertz. So measured from the scope. Now before we go into the frequency of JTAG, I just wanted to show, yeah, I was able to program and run the application, UDP application by netcat, and it's reflecting in the LEDs as well whenever I send a character over the network right here, the LAN, which is cool. Okay, so let's program device. I have the bit file ready. Program. It's programming right now. Yep, cool, very good. We have already programmed, so everything is working well. Okay, so what next? I would like to mention one important thing, which is regarding the UART. Before we go into that, let's dive into the pin diagram, right? So we are using this TDI, TDO ground, TCK, TMS. These are 5 pins we are using, which corresponds to GPIO 16, 17 ground, 18 and 19, right? So you can see here, and the pin 23 is the ground. So I want to talk about this pin number 1 and 2, which is like UART, right? So we already have this pico working as a JTAG connector, and we don't want to use other, like for example L2303. I used to use this USB to TTL serial converter, or FT2328, which is right here. So why use 2 different hardware just for UART, right? So the pico, you can directly use pin number 1 and 2 as a UART. So let's check. It should be detected from by default, like once you have the SDK. Okay, let's check whether we have that. So it should be in dev class. So let me put in the full screen. Clear again. It should be ACM. Yeah, so this is the one, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this cable. Yeah, once we unplug, obviously hardware shut down, which is fine. Now this won't be detected, shouldn't be detected anymore. Yeah, I don't see any as such. So cool. So this can be used as a UART port. So we can write any software to interface with your FPGA, you know. Yeah, and earlier I was mentioning about so this is regarding UART. Earlier I was mentioning about the level shifter. You don't need a level shifter. I'm not using any level shifter. It's connecting from Pi to the board directly. And before I hook up, we have to check thoroughly, because it's very important. The bank 0 of FPGA might be, you know, something else. Something like I think in the previous video I have shown. Where is it? Yeah, so you can pull up the schematic, and bank 0 you can check. I've been using for this. I'm pretty sure it's 2. So I found that so I found that the the connector on the connector over here on the board. I was just checking the reference of the board, and it turns out to be 3.3. so this was using multimeter, and just to confirm, even I checked the JTAG Xilinx JTAG which is mounted right here. I'm not able to show over the video, but yeah, this is how oh wait, let me minimize this, sorry. Yeah, so I was saying, so I checked this pin VDD, VREF with respect to ground. It was all 3.3, and I'm not able to show because I didn't move the cable around. This is the same Xilinx JTAG board mounted this FPGA board, and I checked with the connector as well, and most importantly, I checked the voltage level on the oscilloscope as well, which is right here. Yeah, so this voltage level is like 0 to 3.3. yeah, so that was very important to test. Yeah, so please check those voltage level before you hook them up. Yeah, there is one thing that I would like to mention, and other than this, yeah, so regarding the speed, so as I mentioned earlier, we measured 15 megahertz clock frequency, which is this. I think this was I don't remember whether, I think this would be clock, but anyway, so I measured 15 megahertz, which is similar to the Xilinx JTAG device, which is again 15 megahertz. But in general, the lowest possible speed is 1 kilohertz, and various, you can even choose various frequency. Yep. Yeah, so in the future, so this is all, that's all for Vivado, JTAG Custom JTAG series. I wanted to explore this as well, but the thing is, like, the chip itself cost how much? Do I have the, no, I do not have, because the chip itself cost $4, and this pico chip costs $0.7. Yeah, so I don't know, I'll be going for this definitely. So we have two things, JTAG and UART, and you can do some other cool stuff as well if you want to play around with the GPIO. Yeah, and so we have the schematic of the pico here, of course, and by, you know, I'm planning to make an FPGA board separately, which will be another series of video. I'm planning to choose RTX 7 series, and this is the one that I'm planning to use. So RTX 7, right? RTX 7. The reason is it has PCIe IP inbuilt, and this is the one that I'm planning to use. So with 5 total IO banks, 1 PCIe GDP4, x86-1. Cool. So this is what I'm planning for. Spartan doesn't have PCIe, so $32. Yeah, I think it's good. And that's another series that I'm planning for. Yep, that's all for today. So this is the end of the series. If I explore this, if I have time to explore this hardware FT2328, I'm gonna upload another video, but down the line I think I'm done with Xilinx custom JTAG programmer. Ciao guys.